30, good number. Let's have a look. Number 30. A good, great mortgage broker is the most important member of our power team. I've already just said that, haven't I? So we won't sort of linger on this. But in my experience, it's been absolutely the case. If you need the money, you need somebody to get you the money. Now, obviously, we just talked all about JV partners as well. So that could be sort of like the second best person in your team. But for most of us, starting out, probably we think about buy-to-lets, blah, 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 getting the right buy-to-let mortgage, blah, 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 or HMOs, getting the right HMO mortgage. The best thing about the mortgage broker is they're going to get you the money. The best thing about that is it's going to allow you to do the deals. They are not all the same. I'm actually talking to somebody at the moment who I first met back in May. And this particular lady, she's getting started in property, and she was very insistent on going to the mortgage broker who got the mortgage on her house, which she lives in, because he was a great guy, nice and friendly, and he did the job. Now, I was a bit suspicious at that time because I thought, well, I wonder if he was actually associated with the estate agency where she bought the property through. Anyway, what's the date today? It's 20th, is it? Yeah. July the 20th. She's been bouncing emails backwards and forwards to him, sort of asking questions about how much money she can raise. She still hasn't got an answer from him. Still hasn't got an answer from him. I mean, he gives partial answers, but not the full answer. And at some point, I'm going to say to her, do you know what? This is your first lesson. This is your first learning. This mortgage broker has got to go. You actually need a mortgage broker who's going to actually think, how can I help you to get to where you want to be? Because he's not doing that. He's just thinking, really, oh, it's a bit hot today. I can't really be bothered. I mean, it's that kind of thing coming across. So going back to what we said earlier, never skimp on your mortgage broker's fees and always be prepared to move on. If your mortgage broker isn't providing what you need, then move on and go to a mortgage broker who will. What you don't want is a bread and butter, vanilla, bland mortgage broker who will just tell you that you can't do a BRR, for example. That's exactly right. I totally agree. Which is why, when you take on a mortgage broker, you want to tell them what your 10-year plan is, basically, so that they understand what they're getting into. And then when you're like a year into it, they can't turn around and say, well, you can't do that. Because they should be helping you to actually plan your financial journey. Yeah, totally. Good one. Good one. What about this table here? Let's have a number. I hope you found this video useful and informative. And if you did, then please come over to my website, www.thepropertyteacher.co.uk, where you'll find loads more great property-related resources, including free special reports to download and my best-selling series of ebooks, which includes the Successful Property Renovators Workshop, 63 common defects in investment property and how to spot them. And if you're just starting out in property, or if you want to grow your portfolio, you may be particularly interested in the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, in which I'll take you through exactly how I started and built my property portfolio, starting literally with none of my own money, and how I built a portfolio of £2 million worth of property in just 4 years. And that was starting from scratch. I'll take you through everything that I did right so that you can copy me and do the same. And I'll also show you everything that I did wrong so that you can avoid the mistakes that I made and so that you can progress in property and be far more successful far more quickly than I ever was. And this is based upon my own real life experience, and it took me about 4 years to actually work out how to do property investing properly. But in the 200 pages in the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, I'm going to show you all of that 4 years knowledge condensed down so that you can use it immediately. And until next time, here's to successful property investing.